God, I haven't played this game in so long, I do not remember anything. Seems to be a running theme. Okay, yeah, this is the save. Okay. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm so sorry for what my sister said. Crazy. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. Hi, Edgar. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. What did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. Checks out. What? He tried to kill you? What do you think he tried? What do you think he tried to do to her? Oh, she's connected to the killings? I wonder what could have happened. Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. Didn't see that one coming. Okay. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then, suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. Seems like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. He screamed at you? I mean... Okay. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then... what happened? What do you think happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture? I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. Nick, use your brain, please. That's what I'm saying! That must be why why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provide bogus evidence? Okay. The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Nick, I love you, but this isn't very, like, out of realm of possibility. Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He definitely knew about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's only false. If I could just testify properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known about it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. Again, not surprising. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. Yep. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma. Went through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I wanted to be able to fight crime with my testimonies, and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Yes, Nick, who else? Of course! This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective offices in the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. That's news to me. Nick, I think this wasn't, like, implied. I'm pretty sure it was implied. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective? Better have another talk with her. This is... Sometimes. What? No. This reminds me of, like, the 4th trial in the second Danganronpa game, where it was like, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right? And, like, it's like, and I mean, in Danganronpa's defense, I know that the octagon thing is like a translation error, but I don't know. Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Huzzah! A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Elma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said about you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. Crazy. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gaunt cracked together. Chief Gaunt? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right? Gaunt's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs. What do you think? 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Gaunt, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gaunt and I shared the same office, and the same investigations. Had the same office. Crazy. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Okay, but I mean, that also makes sense because that's literally her office, but you know. Gaunt and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gaunt and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gaunt and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gaunt and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What'd you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her, after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence, hmm? I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. See, that's what I'm pretty sure that's what I've been saying since this entire case. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that yes, in the office that Gaunt and I shared. The office that Mr. Gaunt now occupies by himself, the chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Oh yeah. No one's here today, not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. It must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah. I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Yippee! Ugh! Oh, Mr. Marshall! I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. You never know where life will lead you. Smash? Yeah. Should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. How do you dry out a cactus? How do you... Cacti are like infamously really hard to kill. Especially dehydrate. How do you kill a If you kill a cactus, you gotta be doing it on purpose, man. People in this game after not following the laws of nature. That's what I'm saying. Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But, Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he? Your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the king of prosecutors? Edgeworth is gonna fucking die. What are you looking at me for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. Can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so that the case wouldn't die. It's giving he was the best guy around. What about the people he murdered? What murder? Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Sheriff Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? What are you talking about? The man. Don't get upset. I mean Gaunt and Lana Skye. The investigation lead, Gaunt, and his second-in-command, Lana Skye. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Gaunt, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. So there you have it. Suddenly, I'm having war flashbacks. Crazy. That's my story. Did you enjoy it? Certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. Hell yeah. It was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Gaunt. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. I want to see what else that throat can do. What? Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. How do I get to... This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. It must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Well, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Oh, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do, about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media about in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gaunt's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. What are we waiting for? Let's head to Chief's office. Why does he have a whole ass organ? Whoa, where am I? Did he get... Phoenix Wright's Isekai? Hear me out, it would be great. In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. Crazy. I thought... Oh. Okay, I guess I'm not allowed to read that. I never could remember where C was. Hmm? Get this guy out of here. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gaunt. With that paper he was reading in his desk. So, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statements. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence. 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. And I, actually. Actually, it's Lana, Neil, and I. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. What, really? Was that sword always there? I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. Gone to you, bitch. That's what I'm saying. Someone killed this guy. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh? But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Crazy. Looks like we aren't welcome. No shit. Seems that case isn't over with yet after all. What do you mean? Chief Gaunt denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean, like, a clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Window. Scale the building. Let's go here. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee? He took a real beating in court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. Guess we'll have to come back later. Nope, nope, nope. I gotta remind. Crazy. Okay, fine. Don't. Wrong. Tab. Also, why does the armor/knight thing have a knife? I think... Yeah, I've checked everywhere. Okay. Thus... Attorneys and prosecutors have no business. Okay, whatever. Womp womp, don't care. Hey, pal. Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Honestly, man, I would be thrilled if the only obligation at work I had was just give everyone coffee. Instead of, like, I don't know, whatever it is detectives usually do. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? Yes. That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Oh boy! New dialogue! But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there's been a lot of rumors going around with Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this, are there really so many people who hate him? Yes. In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Are you sure? Might want to rethink that. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Who decided to make that a nickname? I can't take it seriously. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. Yes, sir. Gotta take me back to that joint sometime. Yes, sir. Seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Gumshoe, I love you, but you're the dumbest person ever. How are you, detective? You'd be surprised, man. It's okay. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Crack again? Like, for the 5th time? I don't know, man. After... This entire game can just be so far can just be summed up by seeing Edgeworth crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. Seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl? Some girl? Me. Seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. It was when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what is it? Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon? Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never failed to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. Might jog his memory. Let's do this first. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. Businessman? What made him take to serial kill? You'd be surprised! One day, on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So, it was an accident? An accident, yes. But it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. Kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Then, when he was burying the bodies, a jogger came up to the scene and killed him as well. Finally, he turned himself in. I don't think he turned himself in. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in. I'm just saying, for a guy who supposedly killed people since they were witnesses to a crime, why would... I mean, like, I know the point is that it's not supposed to make sense, but... Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. Good thing that the last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma... Emma is tweaking, probably. Like, oh yeah, just casually talking about a murder case right in front of the person who, like, who witnessed it all. Is like, about this. Hey, is that... has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker and was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When he showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, detective? Quick, before you forget again! This knife. It was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it, too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gaunt. It's not money, but it does concern Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around, if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. That seems like terrible security. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? They don't have to know it's you who let them in. They could have just found a key card lying on the floor, you know, like they did already. Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh, do we still have that? We do. Oh, sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this? See? I'm so smart. I am so smart. That one. No! Never mind. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. Pickpocket him. Sus locate. See? Wait, me or him? I wonder if there's something we could show him that would change his mind. Photo. Gonna show him the photo. Womp womp. Where? What do we show him? Let's move around. Hell yeah. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? Sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? Had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. It's another allegation to me. That was definitely not the tone I was supposed to read that in, but whatever. Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Like some people, I don't have all day. Yes, you do. You have all day for me. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase the fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor's in my charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? I mean, Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Crazy. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Mr. Edgeworth, can you just walk out on the trial? Yes, you can. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. Well, but that's what my superiors are banking on. You could literally just not go. I mean, sure, you'll get in trouble, but you could just not go. Never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw pictures taken around that time. That picture, something seems strange about it. What, about how the trophy was different? Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this? Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Kant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes. It's a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Surely this isn't terribly suspicious. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gaunt's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall, he had just started making a name for himself. I think this was taken when he revived the King of Prosecutors, received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding is a little different than yours. A little? Stop making me... Stop making me drink water. You're evil. Okay. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I have 2k points. I can do more. What do you mean you can do more? I need to take away your points. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story about its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Talk to us! This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with the 2 characters. The first means halberd? Question mark? And the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell us it, though, for Emma's sake? Very well. Vaguely low-res illustration. Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed would slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed would withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other! Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Oh, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gaunt. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the word abolished. But such a strange thing. Chief Gaunt. King of Prosecutor's Trophy was updated. Can I... Then can I assume... oh. Excuse me. Would either of you care for a 1/4 pound of roast beef? Miss Star! I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple. What? Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't be all attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? Vincent Lana stabbed Detective Goodman. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Star's hatred towards Lana, it all dates back to 2 years ago. Really? Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gaunt. Yeah. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, like while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of her duties. Most without even as much as an exclamation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. I always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used, obviously. Gaunt and Lana Skye Gaunt led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Gaunt's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that, I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes. There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared to confront him, though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Obviously! Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall, when Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gaunt's powerful influence. Chief. That's right. Having solved this SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? What? Who could have ever... If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess! What unexpected, unforeseeable twist. Who could have ever guessed that? You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than Ivan. Yippee! Can we go back here? Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. The office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Let's show him this! Everyone knows that. There was this, dragon? Yeah, that's it, a dragon! He had a thing for shields, see? That's not exactly the version we heard. No, but this one sounds more exciting. Anyway, it gets kind of gory after that. I'll spare you the details. Crazy. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on the evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays. Would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit, he's right though. Thanks to Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place below. Okay, so I'm probably missing something, surely. You probably... yeah. So I probably have to talk to you. Whoops. I don't have anything else to tell you. The only thing I can give you now is poppy seed rice set. Surely you can tell me just a little bit more. Surely. Surely. You can tell me anything. Wait, I think I already showed you this. Wait a minute. I want to inspect that piece of paper. Surely. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on, first let me see what that girl's doing crawling around my feet. Didn't even look. What? Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. We can... A tragic yaoi attorney. See? Wanna talk about it, buddy? No? Okay. Wanna talk about it? They say where there's smoke, there's fire. Apparently, I was so caught up in the smoke I lost sight of the truth. Edgeworth. The others are right. I have no right to serve as a prosecutor. But Mr. Edgeworth, you were only doing your job. I've always made my own decisions about what I can or cannot do. That hasn't changed. Forgiving myself is something I cannot do. Uh-oh. I think he's serious! Well, time to show this to Gumshoe for leverage. Leverage time! What's this crumbled piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know the difference now. The different now? The different now? He trusts us. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. Can you let us in the office? That's it. I've made up my mind. But here, take my ID card. I can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Doctor? After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? Nick, you really need to keep up with this. So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Huzzah! Okay! Woohoo! Here it goes. We're in. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you two to bail me out. Are they slow? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point of giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Don't do that to my card! I hardly even ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have to look around here myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? Yeah, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gaunt's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk. No one except Chief Gaunt and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... No, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on, not so fast, buddy. What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you. You don't just let it go at that. So, sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerve. No, Nick, he's right. You should have pursued that. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gaunt might be a suspect, do you? Obviously! He was like my first suspect. What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gaunt. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Anyway, we look. These shelves are mostly empty. Mona must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture for him on the left shelf. This is when Lana and I went to that theme park. And she left it here. Sister of the Year, guys. This was Lana's desk. Sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gaunt must still keep it clean in memory of the partnership. There is stuff of legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? This is safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. Looks like the code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Do I? I haven't played this game in a minute. Do I know what it is? I don't know, I haven't played this game in a minute. Seven. God, I feel like I should know this. Seven? Is it 7? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. 7? Is it 7? Huzzah! I'm so smart! What number did you just enter? Whose birthday was it? 7777777. The final ID card on that record. I didn't have to look up a guide this time! What? And the first person who entered the evidence room to the surprise of no one was the chief. Whoa! Number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean? I thought. I think you're 177 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gaunt's ID number. I say, anyone care to look inside? Oh boy! I sure do hope there isn't any incriminating evidence in here. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stacked away? Look, it's a shard from a broken cup. A vase, actually. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here, too. What's this? Looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up that design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. Oh man, no money? A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove that they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy. Got to be something we can show the detective. Can we look at it? Phone! Wow, look at the size of the chief. Okay. But the phone! Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Oh my god! It's like... Hey, look at the case name! SL9 incident! I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about the evidence list. Normally they're twice as long? That's right. Guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-sized list of evidence. Just like what Edgeworth said? What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so. Huzzah! But the phone! This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What, you mean we're paying for this? Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh, be careful what you say. Who knows? Chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. house. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment. You mean torture? But aren't the chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's besides the point. Earplugs. That's what anyone in band does. Or any music profession, for the most part. This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark was out of the question room. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here, then went along with Chief Gaunt to question Dark. But he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? I love this game. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Detective Gunshoe, do you have something to tell us? This is a safe space. You can. My ears are permanently ringing from the low brass section. See? Ever since making detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Jumping out a window? Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that! And then we present that. You know, when we first came in here, yeah, it looks like the right side of the form has been torn off. So Mr. Edgeworth's list really was the only half of the whole thing. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of that form. The back? Oh boy! I wonder what this is. Emma, can you... What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Oh no, it's nothing. Sure, certainly not the thing that you drew. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? I'd better not forget about this picture. When the three of us put that back together, oh, those were the days. Wasn't this jar a piece of the evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 as a sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Huzzah! Wow, this is gonna be so hard. So which of us will be the object of your affections? Oh wow, this is gonna be so hard. Let me think. Oh sisters, I'm back from war! How is he carrying all this around? I don't know, man. There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gaunt willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this! What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gaunt hide this in the safe? Is it an arrow? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside. Hey, look there, it's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain there. Looks like blood. This piece Chief Gaunt has is different though. The blood stains on the other pieces are just spots. Could it be an arrow? I mean, it's obviously important. But this one's a line. And then... Let's... Okay. ASMR time. Huzzah. Whoa, this area must have been covered in blood. Is this from that incident? It must be, when Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kind of dull. So a murder really did take place here. Unless it was the murder of that one guy, the other guy. I don't know. Surely there has to be more than that. Surely. Whoops. The cloth. Do we have to? I won't be able to give you any information. I suppose look elsewhere for now. I'll pass all it to you. Just tell me about the case. Right. Starford just told you no. I know it's video game logic, but how is it genuinely possible that the blood has stayed bright red? I don't know, man. Pretty sure it's not possible. The only, like, my only possible explanation is like preservatives or something. Wish I knew what this said. So I'm probably missing something then. I'm so cooked. I cannot think of what I could have possibly missed. Do you still have to correlate the handprint in the safe? Oh. It's been so long. It's been too long. Oh yeah. I do, I think. I'm pretty sure I do. But I don't know what I'm... don't know what I'm supposed to do for that. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. I don't know what I'm missing. You know what time it is? Time to look up a guide. I am truly at a loss. The fingerprint set. God, I'm so stupid. I forgot I had that. Where's the set? Where's the set? What a good idea. This is the time for your jokes. We're talking about the cloth we found in the safe. The one with the handprint on it. It's not that I forgot that I had it. I forgot that that was a function. I forgot you could compare fingerprints. Sprinkle of powder on the cloth. Wait. Let's do this one. Huzzah! Surely. What? Is Emma the murderer? Slash joking. Looking directly at it. That's what it. Like I said, it's not that I forgot about it. I forgot that you could compare fingerprints. What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. Hey you, over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Just keep this information from Emma for now. Maybe you should hold on to this. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card that you no longer have, we were able to get some hard evidence. And that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Chief Gaunt. We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be eating it anymore. But sir... Now get out. Yes, sir! We'll be out on our way too, then. Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But sir, I'm not... You with the spiky hair. You're free to go. But, Mr. Wright! Nick, why did you... You can't... Look, pal, if I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gaunt was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why is she kept eerily silent about it all the time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the Chief again. Later! After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police and wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. No use thinking. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can, but you've told me over these past couple days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Huzzah! I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth, it's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of? Well, Miss Scott? Mr. Wright, you are addressing the Chief Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a broad of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gaunt's name was never mentioned? Chief Gaunt? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was the second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Gaunt. If you intend to accuse Chief Gaunt, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gaunt falsified evidence in that case. It's right here! I just found this in a safe in the Chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gaunt himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident, serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. What? What happened? What? Why are Ace Attorney fan accounts keep following me? Hi, Bobos. Why? I have, in this case, me. I have no words. Thank you. Thank you. It's crazy. It would be funny if the next account that follows you is Lana. Probably. Already got already got Phoenix Wright and Manfred. One of my cats keeps stepping on my keyboard.
Hi, can you lay down? Thank you. You're such a good girl. Mwah.
You seen her? Or should you get the joke? I unfortunately have not. Crazy. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the... Boo. Boo. Lay down. I can't see. At the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And as the reason for the bandage on your right hand, yes, it seems I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Starr, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want to be it open again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister. To tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma was so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gaunt, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? What on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I want that fact to be kept hidden, and I need help. But... You good? Dobby? No. Please don't fight on my desk. These creatures cannot be civilized for 1 second. Calm down. You're fine. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean... Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as a Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he must have disappeared. If your phone call caused the incident in the... So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But, Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. I got to get to the bottom of everything. Man, I knew it. I knew it was him. The moment he appeared on screen, I was like, damn, something's not right about this guy. I knew it. So, unfortunately, I will probably, actually, I will be going now because all 3 of my cats have decided to be in this room. Not that that's a bad thing, but like, they miss me, I fear. And also I'm tired. So, bye bye.